All right, 7:33, and I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Vicarello, Councilman Oni, all's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? Motion carries. Sorry, regular business, code. Councilman Vicarello.
Code last met on May 1st.
Here, let's go back. Our approval of minutes, April 22nd, 2024, common council meeting.
So moved. You're not done.
Right. All right, are the April 29th special common council meeting? Okay. See, intuition, Bobby Joe. All right, regular business. Back to you, Mr. Vicarello.
Thank you, Mayor. Code last met on May 1st. Relatively quick meeting, our first quicker meeting. At the last council meeting, we did set the public hearing for cannabis law for May 27th. Next council meeting at 6:30. We discussed several code updates, including an addendum to the Mountain Conservation Law. And our next meeting will be June 5th at 6:30 here in council chambers. That's all I have for code.
All right, police committee.
Under police, you should have all received the April monthly report. I would make a motion that we accept that.
So by Councilman Fuller, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
We have a resignation of one of our crossing guards who's retiring and moving south. We would like to wish her well and thank her for her service. Mrs. Holland is the. We also have a letter of resignation for employee number 0364, who left us on April 26th. I'd like to formally accept his resignation
Do we have
and
to
wish him well with his future endeavors.
make a motion to accept the resignation?
I do.
Second.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. On May 9th, the chief held a collaborative meeting at the Erie Trackside with SNUG grant money, so it was no cost to the taxpayer. It was the first big meeting that we've had since the pandemic. So it was very well attended. There was approximately 100 people. Senator Skoufis was there, Assemblyman Brabennick was there, along with the district attorney, the superintendent of schools, along with both assistant superintendents. We had about 10 speakers. As I said, it was very good to share information. It's an effort to get all of the departments and all of the agencies who look to help people in the same room at the same time to understand what each other does and how they work to help people in our community move forward. I know he is looking to keep these on a regular basis, but the one on May 9th was very well attended, approximately 100 people. So thank you to Chief Warden for doing that. This week starts the National Police Week. I have a memorandum from the chief that I would like to read. National Police Week is a week to recognize and honor the service and sacrifice of our brother and sister law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty while protecting communities and safeguarding our democracy. There are approximately 900,000 law enforcement officers in the United States. Each year, thousands of assaults are committed against officers, resulting in serious physical injuries. Sadly, more than 23,000 law enforcement officers in the United States whose names are enshrined on the National Memorial Wall have been killed in the line of duty. In 2023 alone, 137 law enforcement officers made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty, protecting and serving communities across our nation. Each year, America sets aside a week to salute the men and women who do the difficult, dangerous, and often thankless work of safeguarding our communities. Our nation's law enforcement officers embody the very idea of citizenship, courage, and integrity. During Police Officer Memorial Day and Police Week, we celebrate those who protect and serve us every minute of every day. And we honor the courageous officers who devoted themselves so fully to others that in the process they laid down their lives. As we mourn the fallen, let us also remember how they lived. With unflinching commitment, they defended our schools, our businesses, they guarded prisons, patrolled borders, and kept us safe at home, on the road, as we went about our lives. To their families, we owe an unpayable debt. And to the men and women who carry their mission forward, we owe our unyielding support. Our nation has an obligation to ensure that police officers face untold risks in the line of duty. We are doing whatever we can to protect them. Just as police officers never let down their guard, we must never diminish our gratitude. We should extend our thanks not only in times of tragedy, but for every tragedy averted, every accident avoided because a patrol officer took a drunk driver off the street, every child made safer because a criminal was brought to justice, every life saved because police officers reached the scene. In other words, we must show our gratitude every day. Our sincere gratitude goes out to all law enforcement officers, active and retired, their families, and all those heroic officers who gave the ultimate sacrifice to serve and protect our communities and our nation. We will never forget the service and sacrifice of our own officer, John McKechnie, of the Port Jervis Police Department, who was killed in the line of duty March 18th, 1949, protecting and serving our community. May God bless our peacemakers. Our noble law enforcement profession is changing. Each day, you proudly wear a uniform, you face new challenges, adversity, uncertainty, danger, and volatile situations. With courage, dedication, commitment, you continue to professionally deploy daily to perform an often thankless job under a microscope with increased stress and pressure. Despite these continuous obstacles, you continue to serve with dignity, with professionalism, and with compassion. You have my deepest respect and admiration for your commitment to preserve under such difficult circumstances. Your service truly matters as you continue to foster justice, hope, and truly improve the quality of life in our community. You are deeply appreciated. Stay strong and stay safe. And profound appreciation from William J. Warden, and I believe that speaks for every member of this council. For those of you who don't know, there's now an all-way stop sign at Fowler and Jersey Avenue. Just so the public is aware, there has been some questions. This was brought to the police committee. The way we address these is a traffic study and an accident history was done on the intersection. In the last few years, there's been 17 accidents at that intersection. Just up the road from that intersection, a pedestrian was struck and killed. So yes, we decided that an all-way stop was something that we should try at very little cost that could hopefully make the downtown a safer area, especially the way the downtown is growing and we have more pedestrians. So please be aware it's there. People are getting used to it. We have not seen the backups that people have threatened were coming, and it seems to be slowing people down. So just be aware that it's there. The next police committee meeting will be Thursday, May 16th at 6 o'clock. And to go along with Police Week, again, I'd like to thank the city of Port Jervis, the Common Council, for allowing me to, in 2012 and 13, to be part of the Police Unity Tour. And in memory of a friend of mine, fallen police officer Jason Conklin, to ride bicycle from Forum Park, New Jersey to Washington, D.C., and in 2013 to have the honor of being in the Honor Guard and walk the families of fallen police officers into the Candlelight Vigil. It was one of the proudest moments of my career. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Figueroa. Recreation, Councilman Arnie.
Thank you, Mayor. First let's start with an update. So the Youth Center Recreation Rooms weekday schedule is Monday through Friday between 3 and 6. The Recreation Room will be closed May 17th, the 24th, and the 27th. The 2024 Summer Recreation Program is being assembled and should be completed by the end of the week. Finished program flyers will be available at the Youth Center and can also be emailed to you. We will also make the flyer available on our Facebook page. There are some changes to our program this summer, so please check it out. Some important dates this summer include the following. West End Beach opens June 24th for swimming. Supervised playground at Church Street and Youth Center. Summer programs start July 1. Food Truck and Fireworks Festival, July 3rd. Circle Line Cruise of New York City, July 18th. A New York Mets game, August 16th. The next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, June 12th at 6:15 at the Youth Center. The next item I have is a resolution for summer help. And I want to apologize up front for 2 or 3 names that I perused here that I know I'm going to have difficulty pronouncing. So I apologize beforehand. So whereas the city of Port Jervis is in need of a seasonal recreational positions for the Recreation Department, and whereas Michael Cordisco and Shy Ray Pringle have applied for senior recreation leaders, Amaya Townen, Aaron Batesel, and Stephanie DeJesus, Penny Jones and Mallory Conklin applied for recreation leaders. Braden Ross, Ryan Ross, Emma Maley, Brianna, Joan Kay, Mike Amato, and Josh, is that close? Josh Mallett applied for lifeguards. Harry Tomasi, Bryn Hendershot, and Connor Brace have applied for recreation specialists, beach attendants, and have applied for said positions and appears qualified to perform the duties required of said positions. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby appoints Michael Cordisco and Shy Ray Pringle as senior recreation leaders at an hourly rate of $16.50. We're going to go through them all again.
Same as before.
All the people who are applying for recreation leaders at $15.50 an hour, and all of the people who applied for lifeguards at $19.06. And Harry Tomasi, Bryn Hendershot, and Connor Brace have applied for recreation specialists, the beach attendants at an hourly rate of $15.50. Start dates to begin approximately anywhere between June 17th and August 18th. And I'll make that a motion.
We have second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion?
Hope not.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion
And
carries.
seriously, I apologize because I know a couple of those I messed up.
I guess we're lucky to get lifeguards. They're very
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Very
thank
lucky.
you to those people that.
And I think that's it for recreation there. Thank you.
Excellent job.
Excuse me, Mayor, may I make a correction? The cannabis hearing for the local law, I was wrong on the date, it's May 28th, and it will be at the rec center. May 27th is Memorial Day, so we'll have our common council meeting the next night.
And just to piggyback off Councilman Vicarello, Yeah, CPMs.
Another correction, I apologize for that. The commentary, alright, so the public hearing will be June 10th. My apologies. That'll
No,
be
no,
back
that'll be
here.
back here.
That'll be back here.
Not the 20th.
No,
The regular meeting is moved to the 28th. The public hearing on cannabis law is
it's June 10th.
Very good, thank
I
you.
had the wrong.
Both of the register of the meeting, public hearing.
Back here. Okay, finance, Councilwoman Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor. We do have bills to be paid, from the general fund, $176,259.52. From the water fund, $9,046.77. From the sewer fund, $288.18. From the capital fund, $48,606.13. From trust and agency, $14,652.25. And from recreation, $2,545, for a total of $251,397.85. Some of the larger items to note: from general water and sewer funds, Orange County landfill for $26,530.05. Orange and Rockland and PJ Solar for $28,457.47. Global Montello Group for our gas and diesel, $10,240.39. And PKF O'Connor Davies for $13,000. From the capital fund, we had MHE Engineering for $2,500, Carol Gallagher for $4,000, and Robert Green Truck Division for a new police vehicle for $42,106.13. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills.
Second that.
Second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
I do have an approval to be made for the city clerk to extend our avenue contract for 1 year, up to $20,000 to be spent on this contract. So I'd like to make a motion to extend the avenue contract for 1 year.
Second it.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
And finance has not met since our last meeting. We will be meeting this Wednesday, May 15th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Tourism? Councilman Mann.
Thank you, Mayor. The Tourism Board last met on May 8th. They had a member of the public who attended, Winthrop Smith. He presented the board with a pamphlet on Friends of the Poor Jervis Library. He explained what the organization does for the library. Mr. Smith is hoping to team up with some tourism events in the hope of raising money for the Friends to help the library and also to encourage growth of the Friends group. They discussed the citywide yard sale that took place on Saturday, May 4th, which had a pretty big turnout. As Laura Meyer said, huge turnout at this year's yard sale. Laura also noted that she may have someone willing to make maps for the 2025 citywide yard sale. Fabulous 50s will be held on Sunday, June 2nd from 12 to 6 p.m. at Riverside Park. There will be entertainment, merchandise vendors, food vendors. The Cameos will be performing. There's also going to be a classic car show. There's no entry fee, and there will be 10 trophies awarded to the classic cars. It's Sunday, June 2nd, from 12 to 6 p.m. at Riverside Park. Bring the appetite. Also, they discussed the Italian festival, Bella Notte Italiana, which will be held on August 17th in Veterans Square Park from 3 to 9 p.m. Sal Valentinetti will be returning along with Vanessa Racci. So applications are available at the city clerk's office. You can also email Tourism Chair Laura Meyer. Her email is floralorapj@yahoo.com. These events are at no cost to the public. And the tourism board is a group of great volunteers. Let's see, they discussed the Foliage Festival, which will be held on September 22nd, 2024 from 10 to 5. So they're working on that. And the next tourism board meeting will be held on June 12th at 7 p.m. The IGA has not met since their last meeting. Their next meeting will be held on Monday, May 20th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. And that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, thank you. ADA, Councilman Only?
Thank you, Mayor. A meeting of the ADA was held on May 6th. I'm hoping everyone got a copy of those minutes, and then make a motion to approve those.
We have a second. A second by Councilwoman Fuller. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
And that's all I have on ADA.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Fire and Emergency Management, Councilman Rhodes?
Thank you, Mayor. I have some correspondence from the fire department. The first is a bylaw change for Never Sink Engine Company. They want to kind of replace their bylaws for the company to follow the fire department bylaws, so I make that a motion to accept that.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion on a bylaw change? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Next item is Excelsior Engine 5 Company going to a wet down in South Brooman Grove on 9/14/24. I make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Next is the Tri-State Hose Company number 6, attend a wet down in Slate Hill, 6/22/24. I make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
Next is a removal of membership from Tri-State Hose Company number 6, Michael D. Doss, since he passed away, so I make that a motion.
Second with regrets.
Councilman Siegel. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
Also from Tri-State Hose Company number 6, removal of Jeremy Gunderman. I make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Siegel. Any discussion on removal? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
The next fire emergency management meeting will be on May 20th at 6:30 here in the council chambers. That's all I have, Mayor.
All
Thank you.
right, thank you. CDA, Councilwoman Dennison?
Yes, the last time that we met was on 4/24. I do have a follow-up from the last council meeting with the consideration for the MPA and New York State DEC WQIP project used for routine CBB BG program income. As follows, resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis declaring lead agency status for the Town of Deer Park land acquisition project. Whereas the City Council of the City of Port Jervis wishes to acquire certain real property from the Town of Deer Park through the Orange County Land Trust Incorporated, which parcels of the property are identified as Town of Deer Park, SBLs 24-229.1, 24-2-29.21, 24-2-12.1, 34-2-1, and whereas the subject parcels are part of the city's surface water supply watershed, the property will be transferred from the Town of Deer Park to the Orange County Land Trust Incorporated, from which the city will purchase the property. Ownership of the land by the city will help to ensure that the city will be able to control the use of the watershed property in a manner that will protect the city's drinking water supply, which includes water surface storage in 3 reservoirs. And whereas the Common Council has previously approved for a matching grant under the New York State Water Quality Improvement Project in the amount of $156,666.04 in connection with the intended property acquisition project, and to proceed with the project, it is necessary for the Common Council to undertake an environmental review of the project, and whereas the Common Council hereby initially determines that the aforementioned proposed project is a type 1 action subject to the SOCORA regulations, and determines it will be the lead agency with respect to the consideration, review, and determination of significance of the proposed project pursuant to SOCORA regulations. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved as follows. Number 1, the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby authorizes the appropriate city officials to execute any and all documents necessary to continue with the grant process pursuant to the New York State Water Quality Improvement Project in connection with the land acquisition project, and designates City DPW Director Superintendent Stephen R. Duryea to be the principal point of contact for the project. Number 2, in accordance with the provisions of the regulations implemented in New York State Environmental Quality Review, the Common Council hereby determines the aforementioned project is an action subject to SOCORA regulations. Number 3, the Common Council preliminarily classifies the aforementioned action as type 1 pursuant to 6 NYCRR section 617.4 B4 of the SOCORA regulations. Number 4, the Common Council determines that it is and will be the lead agency with respect to the consideration, review, and the determination of significance of the proposed action pursuant to the SOCORA regulations and any other regulations, including the National Environmental Policy Act. And lastly, number 5, the appropriate city official shall notify all interested and involved agencies of the city's intent to act as lead agency hereunder. And that's all I have.
Can you make that a motion?
Second.
Second by Councilman Vicarello. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank you.
The motion carries. Okay.
You're welcome.
Housing and Veterans. Councilman Siegel?
Thank you, Mayor. The Housing Authority last meeting was held on April 23rd. The next meeting is scheduled for May 28th at 7 o'clock at Hillside Terrace. Excuse me. I have a letter from the Port Jervis Veterans Committee. We're preparing for our Memorial Day and Veterans Day parades and programs, as well as Pearl Harbor Day services for the year 2024 in the city of Port Jervis, New York, and request permission for the dates to be held. Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th, 2024. Veterans Day, Monday, November 11th, 2024. And Pearl Harbor Day service, Saturday, December 7th, 2024 at 1 p.m. at West End Beach. In the case of inclement weather conditions, we will hold the Pearl Harbor services at the Tri-State Naval Ship VFW 7241 at 46 Barstow Street in Port Jervis, New York. Lineup for each parade will begin at 9:30 and step off will be at 10:30 at a location to be determined later due to the potential construction of Veterans Park this year. Any organization that would like to participate in any of these parades or requiring further information, please call one of the numbers below. Co-Chairman Hank Dunn, Rosa Fleming, VFW Post 161 at 845-856-1006. Again, that's 856-1006. Or Co-Chairman Fab Morajan, Tri-States Naval Ship VFW 7241 at 845-856-6289 or 672-3205. Again, that's 856-6289 or 672-3205. That said, the Memorial Day Parade will be held on Monday, May 27th. Lineup for the parade, as I said, will be at 9:30 and will step off at 10:30 a.m. at a location to be determined at a later date due to construction at Veterans Park. May is National Military Appreciation Month. This observance is meant to raise awareness and encourage celebration and appreciation for those who serve or have served in the United States Armed Forces. There are several military-related celebrations in May. Victory Day in Europe, known as VE Day, was May 8th. Military Spouse Appreciation Day is the Friday before Mother's Day. Armed Forces Day is the third Saturday in May, and Memorial Day is the last Monday in May. We should reflect upon the sacrifices made by the members of the armed forces and show our appreciation for such service. Let us give respect to those who are in the military who have served before. If you see a military member or veteran, please thank them for their service to our country. And there were many suggestions made as how you can help a military service person or a veteran. One that comes to mind that's easy to do is that if you know a service person that's on active duty and they're not home, maybe you could help their family with the yard work or things such as that, take the garbage out. Same thing with older veterans, maybe you could help them with their yard work if they need help, or maybe you could take the garbage out and bring it back if the city isn't doing it for them. You know, just little things to help them out to show that we really care about their service. The next Senior Club meetings are May 22nd, June the 12th, and June 26th at 1 p.m. at Fellowship Hall in West End. And Access 8. Boy, that's going back, Steve. Access 23. Steve said it all, but in addition to what he said, I'd just like to remind people that we're currently looking for volunteers that are interested in TV production. Prior experience isn't necessary. It doesn't matter. We'll teach you how to do it. We have several people now that have come back and they're willing to teach. They don't really want to participate, but they're more than happy to teach. So Rachel's here today, Sharon's here today, and Steve are here. And Johnny normally is here, but he's got band practice. So we're reaching out for other people. And Rachel, you picked it right up. 1, 2, 3. So it's real easy to do. No experience is necessary. Because we're an amateur TV station where the skills can be learned by anybody that's interested in learning those skills. Also, like Steve said, if you want to host a show of community interest or be involved in a show or a production, we'd love to have you participate. We expect, I know Mr. Phil's coming back. He's fighting at the bit. He's going to start off with some of his older stuff. And he's got a lot of new things going on. He's really excited. And we have other people that said they want to go around. Rachel wants to go around and interview business people and put that on the air. There's a million things we can do for the community. We have hundreds of videotapes. I need to go to Mayor about bringing it here later. Of things we've done. And when we do test shows, it's usually old things, parades and things like that. I know Sharon used to do parades all the time. If anybody would like to stand out there and tape them, Sharon would be glad to probably just take the pictures, right? So this is a community effort. The station, like Steve said, it's about the community. We started almost 40 years ago in a 4x4 room across the hall. When you walk out, you'll see a plaque on the wall. We went to a gigantic studio that was way too big for our needs, and we did really well. And now we're back here. We're really excited about it because with the lack of news, people looking for this kind of activity to be shown somewhere or be read somewhere or see it somewhere. We had one lady who has passed. She sat there and read the newspaper, and people actually watched her because they didn't get the newspaper. A million things we can do. So in addition to what Steve said, in addition to what my limited memory has in store. We want you. People are signing up. Sharon has a list. Continue to, I hate to keep on going on, but continue to do it. So if you're interested in helping out, call Steve. You can email Steve at Butler Brody.
Yeah.
Brody Butler.
Brody, yeah,
At Hotmail.
Gmail, or you can call them
Hotmail.
at 845-551-0683. Or of course, you can email me or you can call me at 248-1622 or leave me a message.
Yeah.
So join the others that indicated want help. Yes, sir.
Well, I just wanted to comment, you're talking about old archival stuff that we found. I just found in my basement a 1985 3-hour live broadcast that I did with Peter Osborne when Art Gray was running against Earl Walker. And it's live election results. It was live coverage. We picked up Huguenot, we picked up Otisville. We had Peter providing commentary. But it's stuff like that. That goes back to 1985. I mean, but that's still, I think, valid, and I think it'd be fun to watch anyway for the people in town.
Yeah,
Stuff
maybe
like
we
that.
can get him to come back from Red Cloud to get involved again. I doubt it. So, of course, the next council meeting will not be broadcast live because we will not be here. But we'll come back in June. And again, I want to thank Rachel, Steve, and Sharon for helping out today to get this going. And I'm sorry about all of that, but it means a lot to the community, and I'm sorry, I apologize. The inspirational quote of the day is, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty." So keep that in mind. So that's all I have. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. DPW, CL Hockenberry.
Thank you, Mayor. Garbage and recycling and paper pickup on the weeks of May 13th and May 20th will be picked up on its normal schedule. We need a larger font on this. Yeah, Steve, if you're listening, larger font. The 2024 garbage schedule is available on the city website at www.portjervisny.gov or by emailing the DPW office at dpwclerk@portjervisny.gov. The compost pile and dump tickets are now open every Saturday from 7:30 a.m. until noon. Street sweeping is ongoing. Citywide bag leaf pickup every Monday until completion. The underpass continues to undergo maintenance for the next couple weeks, and blacktop repair is ongoing in all wards. I also have 2 resolutions for this evening. The first is for employment, whereas the city of Port Jervis is in need of a full-time automotive mechanic, and whereas Peter Lane has applied for said position and appears qualified to perform the duties required of said position. Now therefore be resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby appoints Peter Lane as a full-time automotive mechanic at an hourly rate of $30.74.88. Start date of May 14th, 2024, and I will make that a motion.
Second by Councilwoman Mann. Any discussion?
I just, this is a lateral within the department, by the way. Peter Lane was a laborer, and he's just being moved into the automotive mechanic position. So, nothing further.
Okay. All's in favor?
Aye.
All's opposed? The motion carries.
And my second resolution is for surplus items. Whereas the city of Port Jervis acquired the attached listed items for use by the city of Port Jervis, and whereas said items are no longer serviceable without extensive repairs that exceed the cost of the item's worth, and whereas it is no longer necessary for the city to retain said items for the purpose for which they were acquired, thus making them items of surplus, and whereas it is the desire of the Common Council to declare the list to be surplus property and to list the items available for public surplus auction. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis hereby declares the attached list as surplus property. And it is further resolved that the mayor or his designee is hereby authorized to dispose of the aforesaid items at a public auction and execute any documents necessary for the auction or sale of these items. and I will make that a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilman Picarella. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
That is all, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, under Mayor's correspondence, I would like to appoint Jerry Oni to the Port Jervis EMS Board of Directors seat. We have a vacant council seat that needs to be filled, and Jerry has expressed interest in it, and I think he's the fitting person for that. Entertain a motion for that.
Make a motion.
I'll second. Second by Councilman Hockenberry. Any discussion?
Do I abstain from that vote, or?
Yes.
Yeah, you can recuse from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody else wants it anyway.
Yeah, it's not like I'm making any money on the deal, but
With
okay.
one abstention, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jerry.
Oh, no, thank you, Mayor.
Jeff. All right. Application for public assembly permit. This is from the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, and this is for the 10th anniversary PJ Watershed Trails and National Trail Day celebration. And this will be held on June 1st and June 2nd. Entertain a motion.
Make that a motion.
I'll second. Second by Councilman at Large Hockenberry. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. Another, excuse me, public assembly permit application. This also is from the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. This is for the second annual Midnight Madness Run, 12-hour running relay race, a fundraiser in memory of Jim Fagione, benefiting the American Society for Suicide Prevention and for the Outdoor Club. And this will be held on, May 31st, 2025. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion. Second by Councilwoman Mann. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? And that motion carries. Entertain a motion, this is for the Tourism Board. This is a Orange County Municipalities Municipal Tourism Grant. This is for the amount of $5,000, and I will entertain a motion so I can execute this contract on our behalf.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Mann, second by Councilman Rhodes. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries. Just a reminder, we've been talking about the last council meeting in May. The May 27th council meeting, due to Memorial Day, is being moved to May 28th, and it will be held at the Recreation Center on Pike Street. The assessor's office will be holding their annual grievance day, or May Day as it's called, up here from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night. The O&W Rail Trail Corridor Study. This is being put on by OSI, which is the Open Space Institute. This is going to be held May 14th in the City Council chambers. This is going to be held from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock at night, right here in the City Council chambers. So this is basically, this is a study that they're doing, and they want to run a corridor trail that's going to run from Kingston all the way down to the City of Port Jervis. It's approximately a 57-mile trail along the former O&W Railroad and D&H Canal towpath from Kingston to Port Jervis. The Dial Bus Loop. It's been a success so far, and so much so that we are adding 2 more stops. We're going to add a stop at Park Plaza on Pike Street at the corner of Pike and Broome. And then we're also going to add another location at the Salvation Army. Now, what's important about the Salvation Army stop is on Fridays, the bus will stop down at their church, and they will be giving away free lunch. So if anybody is looking for free lunch on a Friday, if you take the Dial Bus, it will stop down at the Salvation Army. This will go up on the mayor's Facebook page tomorrow. And as always, if you have any questions, please call the Dial Bus office at 845-856-7999. I'm very happy that this is moving ahead. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. I'd like to thank Tim Simmons and Jamie Rohner. Each of those gentlemen have donated $100 each to the Dial-A-Bus for free bus rides. Sorry I didn't bring that up. Thank you for reminding me. So, I believe that is in effect. I will double check, and we'll also put the information on the website. So, thank you to those two gentlemen for donating to that. It's a good cause. And then lastly, as Councilman Vicarello stated in his police committee meeting minutes, it is Police Week here, which is very important to us, and in recognition of it, for National Police Week, which runs May 12th through May 18th, 2024, I would like to read this proclamation. Whereas, in 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which it falls as National Police Week, and whereas, working as a police officer is not just a job, it's a noble calling, and whereas, officers take an oath to serve and protect their communities no matter the cost. Whereas they all make sacrifices and lost time with their families, and even more, some sacrifice their emotions and to some extent their humanity when dealing with some unforeseeable event. Whereas some give it their all, even their lives, in service to others. Whereas the Port Jervis Mayor and the entire Common Council recognizes the service of all law enforcement officers. Whereas we invite and encourage all the citizens to take this time to recognize and remember all of our police officers, past and present, especially those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Now, therefore, I, Dominic Sicalese, Mayor of the City of Port Jervis, do hereby extend our gratitude and admiration to all those who were called to serve. Signed by myself, Dominic M. Sicalese, Mayor. And thank you to all those. Okay, entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Let's go Rangers. Right, Will.
I'm gonna scoot.
Feel it. You'll feel like a lever.
Grab yours. Yeah, let me get this thing out of here.
Okay, fine, fine.